you just shout out some countries that you are from, actually, so that I know who's in the crowd?
Ghana.
Nigeria. Not all at the same time. Nigeria is definitely here. Yeah, somebody else? Ghana, alright, yeah. Tunisia, okay.
Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Uganda.
Zambia.
Morocco.
Just came back from Zambia, I loved it. Yeah. Morocco in the back.
Tanzania.
Tanzania, beautiful, yeah.
Uganda.
Uganda. Wow.
Brazil.
Brazil, oh, I love it. Well, actually, Egypt, okay, yeah, well, rough times in Egypt these days, but also amazing place, obviously. Well, Namibia. Nicaragua. What's that?
Iraq.
Iraq?
Yes.
Very impressed, very impressed. Iran, also, yeah, I'm not getting into your country, I don't know why. Some difficulties there with the visa. Yeah, well, that's, wow, I'm very honored to be in front of this very international crowd. Makes me feel at home, because I've visited many of the countries that were just named, and actually in all of them I've had a wonderful time, so it's nice to give something back, even though it's a little small now, but good to be here. A dream somehow sounds like something of an idea, but it's different, because with a dream people kind of think that it's impossible to realize, and an idea is more of a concept that everybody kind of agrees on, you know, you can pull it off. And with the dream somehow people around you, or maybe even yourself, think, you know, it would be lovely if that would happen, but probably it won't, because it's just too difficult or too hard. I also had a dream. I wrote the idea down, and I thought, why don't I take photos of capitals and street life in capitals? But if I really want to show an image of what people do in these streets, I should actually try to do it really big, and that's where the dream kind of starts, because, you know, I wanted to do it in all the capitals of the world. Kind of a big idea, and actually not really an idea anymore, because it was so big. It actually kind of became a dream right away. You know, I thought it's a good idea, but it's probably way too difficult to actually pull it off. Only one photo per country, because there are about 200 countries. So if you want to make a photo series, and you take one photo per country, it's a series of 200 photos, which is really big. Where can you like put up 200 photos? So that's what I thought about, making it more difficult. Obviously, but one photo for a whole country obviously is very. I mean, it's not much. 5 days I thought would be enough to just go to a capital, walk around, you know, get to kind of know the city a little bit in the center always of the capital, and get the vibe of the city, and then find a good place to take a photo and try to tell a story about what's going on, you know, with regular life, nothing special, just regular stuff in that street, because everywhere is different. It should still be a very interesting story if you put them all next to each other, right? 5 years I thought would be kind of a nice period to try to do this, and actually by now it's not enough. It's become 6 years, but I didn't know that back then. And then, of course, what do you do with this? So I wanted to share this story and these photos and try to actually show them all over the world, so that people on the other side of the world could see what we live like, and people, you know, that live here could see like what you people all live like. And that was kind of the idea. Or an idea that became a dream. So how does a dream become reality, and you know, is it possible? I'll show you a small film now, because actually it is possible, and where I want to go with this story actually is that if, you know, that I think that if this is actually possible, then I think any of your dreams could be possible too. This is kind of a day out of in the life of streets of the world, to give you a little bit of a peek into how it works traveling around like this for 5 years. want to walk through this along with some photos. Maybe you can dim the light a little bit. I don't know, something that happened just now, but that would be nice for the photos. A good plan, yeah. So thank you. A good plan. So for me, it was the taking the photos of all the capitals in the world, and obviously a pretty tough one. But as you can see, it got me in this case to Afghanistan. That's the photo I just took 3 months ago. And in this photo, I think it's very. The cool thing about it is that the lady that's centered in this photo is walking out of the photo, and the question is she really walking out of this reality now? Is it something of the past? She also kind of looks like a ghost. She doesn't really touch the ground. Or might she return, with all the things that are going on in Afghanistan now? Nobody really knows what's going to happen, and there's an ominous light in the back. Yeah, but I think it worked out really well. When you start with this idea, somehow when it starts to go, it starts to grow. And from the basic idea, other things start, they come out of it. Like you get new ideas, you meet people that give you ideas, that say, well, you're doing this, have you ever thought about doing that, while you're doing it anyway, So, in the end, already halfway, it got way bigger than I ever thought it would be, and I'm not even finished yet, as far as the photos are concerned. So, I started to write books. My first book was about Asia and all the crazy things that happen traveling. So these aren't photo books, these are stories about traveling and basically the stuff that happens taking these photos, and all the amazing people you meet in the streets, the crazy parties you end up, in my case, also romance along the road, in my case, and also smashing nature and beautiful adventures. It's the first exposition of the photos in The Hague. It was about a year ago. Very big prints that were lit at night, and I also thought that would happen way after the whole thing would be finished. But the government or the city of The Hague asked me, could you organize something like this? And we said, sure, why not? We could try, and we did, and the result was amazing. 55,000 people actually came to visit in such an early stage of the project, So again, starting with this crazy dream, and after 3 years, and when you see what comes out of it, super motivating to me too. And well, there's more. The next one is in Antwerp, and should be starting half of November, going to half of December. And then the next one will be in Joburg, where we're also already trying to get one going. So much more than I thought would happen than only a photo book after 6 years or 5 years. So this dream just gets bigger and bigger, and it's beautiful to see how that works. It kind of became an economic story, which is okay because you're a management school. But I think because it's your dream, it should also be fun, and it should also be something that you actually really love to do. Try to find for yourself. Try to find something that for you is amazing, and then it will actually work out. So to kind of leave you with a small impression of not only the work side but the fun side, I want to kind of end with this short film about all the cool stuff that happened around the world. So check it out.
But you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my best.
There's too many of you. I will just work from the front to the back, okay? You please.
This project, what inspires you, and what are you trying to tell the people? What message are you trying to pass to the people?
Okay, so what I want to tell people with this, well, also what inspires me. Well, obviously, I personally really love to travel. So I wanted to find a way that I could travel, but also, you know, maintain myself traveling, right? So I thought photojournalism would be a very good way to do this for me personally, right? So I could keep traveling, but also make a living out of it, right? So that's my personal motivation to become a photojournalist. I've done other work before this, which was different for newspapers and stuff, but this is what I'm doing now, right? And what I want to share actually is of course, my part of the adventure. You know, I want to be able to show people how amazing this, you know, this world is, but also how tough it is sometimes. But this project is a very clear choice to show the positive side of things, right? I've done other stuff too, where, you know, with refugees and then minorities and you know, and the negative part of what happens in this world. But with Streets of the World, I want to kind of show that, you know, that definitely exists, but also everywhere there are people that are really trying to make this world a better place, you know, and that are, you know, that are good people. You know, and most people that I meet are, you know, in essence good people. You know, and there's always some nasty people that, you know, that try to ruin it for us. But there are more good people, and I see them everywhere. And I want to see, even in tough places, I always try to make an image where there's maybe hope, or there's perseverance, or there is unity, you know. And in every image, you know, it could be in like a ruined place, like well, like Afghanistan, or just even North Korea, where I visited. You know, even in that photo, you can see a little bit of humanity in an almost robotic world, you know. So there's always a second layer in every photo where you can recognize something human that you can also see in yourself. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, guys. Again, I hope